Now, I might have been a little distracted during those readings because we have a very special guest in studio with us who's just crawling all around. Oh my goodness.
He'd be, if she hadn't wrangled him, he'd be in the next county
yes,
by now.
he would.
He is a fast moving
He's just been going.
Yeah.
Many of the animals are zoo. It's like wrangling a toddler. You know, you can't have him sit still for more than 30 seconds. So I'd like to say that we're pros at it.
Yes. Now, who do we have with us here?
So this is Henrec the Tenrec.
Okay.
Now we talked a little bit about where you can find him at the zoo. He's in our main building. He came to us all the way from San Diego, so he's made quite the journey. But his ancestors actually reside in Madagascar, which you would never guess. That animal looks like a hedgehog, you know, lives in the land of the lemurs, but they sure do. But being on an island, that's why they're so unique. They have so many similar characteristics to a hedgehog, but you can kind of see he's got little toes versus like normal hedgehogs have like little elephant feet. They kind of stomp around. So one of the cute things. He was just grooming himself in his carrier, getting camera ready. I would say, yeah. You gotta keep those quills in tip-top shape. Now, Haley, you kind of gave him a little pat earlier.
Yes.
What would you say? Were they pretty soft? Were they spiky? How'd you feel about that?
I was expecting them to be softer. They were a tad bit spiky. Yes.
Yeah. So those are just modified hairs, essentially made out of keratin. You know, our hair's made out of keratin. Our nails are made out of keratin. But they serve as a defense mechanism.
I was wondering about that because if you look at him, you think, boy, that'd be kind of tough messing with that guy.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason for that for sure. Now in Madagascar, their main predators are going to be fossa. It sounds like a really weird creature, and they are a really weird creature. It's like if a cat and a mongoose had a baby.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So if you want to Google it, it's Fossa. But these fossas do hunt these tenrecs out in Madagascar. So what the tenrec is going to do, he's going to curl up into a ball, just like a little hedgehog, and then the fossa is just going to get a mouthful of quills, and nobody wants a mouthful of quills.
And I know she's got small eyes. They have pretty good eyesight?
They don't have very good eyesight.
Because he's bumping into stuff there, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, you'd think a nocturnal animal, they might have really great vision to see at night, right? He is going to use his nose. You can kind of see him sniffing around here.
He's bumping into stuff.
He's guided by nose, all the different scents and everything. He can tell the difference between me, Haley, and you, Miller, as we saw earlier.
Cool.
So I do want to say that we just have Henrec here. He does live alone at the zoo, and all of his wild cousins do live alone as well. They're solitary. Would you guys like to know why they don't have any friends?
Yes, please.
They've got prickly personalities.
Okay.
But he hasn't had a problem making human friends, so that's pretty awesome. We're very stoked to have him
But they do
at
mate,
the
of
zoo.
course. So they do mate.
They do very carefully.
I'm sure they
might
do.
I add.
Since they're solitary, they kind of get together real quick and then they're
they're
away.
done.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. And can you imagine giving birth to a prickly animal? That doesn't sound very fun, right? You know, childbirth in general. But baby tenrecs, they are born with spines, but they're very, very soft, kind of like horse hooves. You know, they're soft little fairy feet. They've got little fairy spines coming out, so not too bad.
And what's his lifespan? How long does he?
They typically live about 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
He's
so
wily
active.
there.
Wow.
Yeah, and Henrec here, he's only 1 year old, so we've got quite a bit of time with him.
Is he full grown? Is he going to get any bigger?
He is full grown.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like the size of a giant meatball. If you're into spaghetti and meatballs, just make the biggest meatball you can think of. And yeah, he's really looking to den up somewhere in his habitat at the zoo. He's got a bunch of little shelters, and he gathers all of his nesting material and brings it on over there.
And tell us about what's happening on Friday at the zoo.
Yes, so on Friday at 5:30 p.m. We are having our main annual fundraiser called A Wild Affair, and I'm told there's only 10 tickets left, so if you would like to come, buy those tickets now.
Yes.
And this year we usually have a big thing that we're raising money for, and we're looking to build an animal health center, aka a vet clinic on grounds. And we're providing excellent medical care for our animals currently. It just makes it a lot easier for us to give our animals the vet care that they need. I've been here for about 8 years now, and I want to say that our skills have grown, and they are far surpassing what we have at the zoo. So we are very excited to build a facility like this.
That's amazing. You heard it, 10 tickets left, so go out and get them, and we will let you go before he runs off. He's already headed back to ZooMontana right now.
We got things to do and places to be.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.